This is a 2012 on a 62 registration BMW M5 saloon. Now, we think this car is massively unusual in that you don't really hear or see many of these generation M5s, but fundamentally, they are a 550 horsepower supercar with 4 doors and a huge boot to put all of your luggage in. They are an everyday car, you know, that does what the M5 has always traditionally done, an everyday saloon that beats supercars easily. Now, this generation are rear-wheel drive as well. So unlike the current generation, which is X-Drive, it is 4-wheel drive. These are still a little bit mad. You know, they're still probably the last of the, you know, the hooligan style M5s in terms of the fact that you've got such huge power, all driven to the back. But this individual one here is a beautiful example in an incredible color scheme with a lovely service history, a full service history, and we've got loads of options. It's massively, massively spec'd for a car of this age. Now, it's covered 49,000 miles, a full service history, as I said earlier, and it is finished in BMW individual Azurite black metallic, which is almost a really dark black with a massive fleck of blue in it. So there's huge metallic flecks of blue in the car, and hopefully you can see under the light in here with the big bright LED lights we have in here. You can see that in some light it looks black, but in other lights it has this amazing blue effect across it. It's a stunning, stunning color, and it's got that lovely Silverstone, BMW Silverstone leather interior as well, which is almost like a pearl white interior. So an incredible color scheme. We're going to run you around this car. We're going to show you some of the amazing features. Bearing in mind the car's age, some of the technology is still quite incredible. So we'll start at the front end. It's got these lovely xenon advanced adaptive headlights. Now these still turn around the corners for you, so they are still an amazing headlight. And they've got obviously the infamous Angel Eye BMW daytime running lights in there. Front and rear park sensors. And I'll draw your attention to this corner here. You've got a camera here on the nose. Now that is to signify that the car has surround cameras. It doesn't quite work how a really modern car works, but still for a car of this age, a really lovely feature. And I'll show you how those cameras work when we get in the car in a second. Obviously it's got the, you know, the classic BMW kidney grills. They're finished in black, along with the window surrounds and some other features on the car. So it's got some lovely contrast features on it. And then we'll come round to the front passenger side and we'll show you these amazing M5 alloy wheels. Now there are 5 twin spoke alloy wheel. They are the larger wheel. They're the 20-inch option wheel that you can have on the M5. You can have a 19-inch wheel, but I think this car needs to have these big wheels. It adds with its huge presence, it adds to it. And then you've got those amazing blue M Performance calipers on these huge floating M Performance discs. I mean, they are race car derived if ever I've seen anything like it. Huge ventilation, massively floating, you know, all for weight saving and big stopping power. Some lovely strakes across here on the side grills here to give with the M5 emblem on there, just to keep you aware of what you're driving. And then a lovely feature here is here's where the car starts to shine. Carbon fiber, BMW carbon fiber mirror caps, really nice feature. And then I'll show you inside the passenger side to have a good look around that interior, that beautiful Silverstone leather. I mean, for me, that is the best color scheme. Absolutely stunning color scheme. And then what I can show you is this car is fitted with another lovely option, which is soft closed doors. So if I just touch that door to there, you'll see that the door actually pulls itself in. So a really nice cost option, a lovely, lovely feature. Now, privacy glass to the rear windows and obviously the rear window at the back. A very light smoke on these windows. And then again, if you have a look inside, look at the space, you know. This is a proper family saloon, just with that mean supercar power. And you've got the 4-zone climate control back there. If the camera wants to go back in, you can see. So it's 4-zone climate control. Again, another lovely cost option that this car has. So the rear has 2 zones that you can control at the back there, which is lovely. And the doors working again, the soft closed doors working again there. You've got a lovely BMW carbon fiber rear spoiler here as well, just on the boot lip, which is a very, very nice option as well. So it's got all the right bits. It's a really classy looking car. And then look at that back end. That amazing back end there. You've got your quad exhausts to show that it is an M5, a really deep scooped diffuser back down here as well, just to give you an idea of its performance. And then a nice feature here is a power tailgate. Really smooth, really easy to use, and an enormous boot. I mean, absolutely enormous boot space. You know, I reckon that's 2 sets of golf clubs at least, and maybe a set of golf clubs and a trolley, you know, or a buggy, you know, a pram, anything like that is going to fit in there with absolute ease. An amazing, amazing vehicle. You know, to get this sort of performance and this sort of refinement and usability, it's always been the M5's trick, and this is no different. Coming down the driver's side, I'll jump in the car, I'll show you some more of the amazing features inside. The car has a sunroof, so it is a really large roof. I don't know if BMW called it a panoramic roof at the time. It's not quite panoramic, but it's definitely not a standard size sunroof. It's a big, big roof. And then I will jump in, I'll show you some of the controls. Again, looking at how beautiful the leather is, it is that individual merino leather. It's a really soft, plush leather in these cars. You've got 4 electric windows, as you can imagine, heated, adjustable and folding door mirrors, as you can expect in a car like this. Memory function seats for the driver's side here, and then they're obviously fully electrically adjustable down here with lumbar support, so everything you'd imagine from a car like this. And then if I just fire it up, you hear that amazing twin turbo 4.4 litre V8 come to life. Actually, when it's idling like this, it sounds really refined. It sounds nice and quiet. Again, another trick of this car. You've got up here the extra tweeters. That indicates that this car has the upgraded premium sound system, which is a really, really good stereo in these. You've got automatic headlights. And if the cameraman can see this, it's always a little tricky to show, but you've got a head-up display over there. And hopefully you can see, just next to the head-up display is a little speed sign there, which indicates 30 miles an hour. Now that means that this car has traffic sign assist. Again, a really amazing feature for a car of this age. You've got a full electric steering column. Down, up, in and out. And then you've got some hints to what was to come with BMW. You've got these new M buttons, which at this point was pioneering because no one else had them. Now a really common thing in a BMW M car. So you've got M1 and M2, which lets you configure the car's dynamics through the suspension, steering, and its ability to rev through the rev range. And you can set and save them to these buttons. So instead of having to go in and adjust them individually, you can have your mode set. So you have one that's, you know, super aggressive and one that's slightly more aggressive. As you can probably see, if I flick it into M1, you can see I have to press double to confirm. And again, you'll get a new head-up display. So if you have a look now, you'll see the head-up display has a big rev counter up there, so it all adjusts, which is really, really trick. A really cool BMW M feature. So that's enough about all of these adjustments. The gearbox is all adjustable as well. So these gearboxes have aggressive sort of counters from non-aggressive all the way up to sort of race level. You can adjust that through this setting here, or you can leave it well alone. Completely up to you and how you plan on driving your M5. If I put it into reverse, what you will see is, bear with me a second, if I put the window down and the camera comes back in, you can now see the cameras all working. So you can see the surround cameras working around the car, just as I tried to show you earlier. And if I press the button again, you should see it will take you through the camera options. So these are the front 2 nose cameras, those are the reverse cameras, those are the top view cameras. And if I press reverse, there's your reverse camera with your adaptive lines, your guidelines there. And over to the right hand side here, you can probably see that you've got these front and rear park sensors on a dynamic display, which also works in conjunction. So if I get out of that system and I'll open the door again, I'll just press OK and release that and go back to the menu. And then we can run through some of the amazing features that the car's got inside. Obviously you can see that it's got this massive professional navigation screen, this massive multimedia screen up here, huge widescreen screen. You can see with all the Apple CarPlay and everything, all the features that are on there. You've got dual zone climate control down here. All of this is classic BMW, you know, it's all beautifully made. All of the plastics are beautiful. All of the controls are perfect to touch. Heated seats down here, driver and passenger. A massive cubby hole down here with USB and aux input slots. So some really modern features that you'd expect to find in a newer car. This car still has all of those features, which is really, really lovely. And I will jump out and I will summarize everything for you now. I think we've touched on most of the, the important items. And again, look, if I just touch that door, the soft close never gets old, a really lovely feature. This is, as I said at the beginning of the video, a 1262 BMW M5, an amazing color scheme. For me, the best color scheme I would want to buy one of these in. 48,600 miles. So if I said 49 at the beginning, I was mistaken. I do apologize. It's 48.6. I've just seen it on the dial. A full service history. It is ready to go. An absolute weapon of a car. My name is Matthew. I hope the video has helped. Thank you very much for watching.